Hello, my angels. We are going to be talking about a complete review. This has taken me months to work on of drugstore mascaras. So mascaras available at the Ulta drugstore level. These are the top rated mascaras at Ulta. I realize that it's been a really long time since I just gave mascara at the drugstore a chance. Let's start with the worst ones. The ones where you should definitely not even waste your time. The bottom three are this Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Platinum. I don't know why this is like any different than the other Lights Camera Lashes, but I can tell you this. It is a gloopy, chunky mess. I couldn't get this on without getting it all over my face, which is weird. I'm pretty good at putting on mascara, and this one was just like, blech. Next is this Essence mascara, and this is their Lash Princess. I really wanted to like this one just because wouldn't it be great if we could get like a really budget option that's like an acceptable mascara, but unfortunately this went on okay, but it totally fell apart within a couple hours. I mean, like, you know, lots of flakiness, like it didn't even look like I had mascara on within a few hours. And the other is this Milani tubing mascara. It's just not a good tubing mascara. I got really spiky lashes. They were really clumpy. I couldn't get any volume, which is kind of hard to get from a tubing mascara in the first place. But this is just a really inferior tubing mascara. Next are the middle two. The Lash Paradise Waterproof from L'Oreal and this Florence by Mills mascara. Once again, we've got white font on pink packaging is now truly my biggest pet peeve. It's just impossible to read. The reason these two came in the middle. Now, the Florence one, I actually really like. I'm wearing it right now. It lengthens, it gives me like a fluffy, defined look. It does not hold a curl great. So that does like one mark off for that. I don't get a lot of flaking with it, and it seems to be like slightly water resistant. My issue with this one is that it's not that black. It's actually a little bit more grayish, and it's an extremely dry formula. You can see how dry this is. Let me show you compared to this Lash Paradise. So you can see like compared, it's not as black, and it's a really dry formula. Like look at how wet this one looks compared to this. The problem with that is that I can tell you this is going to dry out really fast. And as it dries out, it's going to get flakier. And so, you know, if you're buying this consistently and it's not the lowest price point, it's like a mid-priced one, it's just not going to hold up that long. And I wish it was darker. But Lash Paradise comes in next as a mid-tier one. I don't have any issues with the formula itself. It doesn't flake, it holds on like all day, it gives me curl. My issue is with the brush. The brush is very oversized, and it's specifically at the end. So it's really hard to get into the corners without getting mascara everywhere. It's just these big brushes are harder. And as we get older, our eyes get smaller. The muscle around our eyes begins to contract. And even if you're using Botox, your eyes are still going to get smaller as you get older, which means it's going to be harder to use these big mascaras. So because it's got a big brush, it's not the best. Gets a mid-tier rating too. If they were getting scores, these would be like B pluses, A's. They're good. They're really good, but they're not perfect. But they're close. They're really close. Close enough that I'm going to say like I would use these and buy these for sure. I have a few critiques though. Both Maybelline products. One is the Lash Sensational Sky High product, and the other is the Lash Sensational Fireworks. These are both in a brown shade. One is brownish black, and this the Sky High is in true brown, which I love. My issue with both of these, the formula, great, no problems. It holds a curl, it separates. There was no flakes. I was really impressed. And neither one of these are waterproof. So I think mascara formulas in general have come so far in the last 10 years. It's really impressive. Look at the brown on that. It's gorgeous. and it held. It wasn't too spiky. I was able to build it up. I mean, all good things. My problem is the brush. I like these plastic brushes that are not like the fluffy brushes. This one is so rubbery though. It bends so easily. It was like hard to get at the base and really wiggle because the brush is just so soft. I wish it was a little stiffer. And the same for this one. This one was actually even worse. This was the worst of all of them. I mean, it's just so rubbery that it bends when I'm trying to really get some definition in there. You can still work with it. It's totally manageable. I'm being like very, very nitpicky right now. But that's the whole point, right? Like, we're trying to find the best one. All right, and now the top 3 in no particular order. I liked all 3 of these. I would use them all. And that was what I was so surprised about, that the majority of these are really good. Top waterproof that I found was this L'Oreal Original Telescopic Mascara. I love that it's a skinny brush. I can really get in there, and I'm not going to get it all over my face when I'm trying to put it on. It is a little soft on the brush too, but it's manageable. The mascara itself doesn't flake, holds a curl. I get definition, separation. I get fluffiness. You can build it up. I loved it. I thought it was excellent. Next, for a little more natural look, but I loved it, was the Maybelline Falsies Surreal. Ooh, cute, we match. And this one is in brownish black, extension mascara. It's not waterproof. It was great. It was great. It did everything I needed it to do. Look at, it's got a stiff brush, doesn't bend too much. It is one of a more traditional brush, but it's not oversized. So I was able to like get in there. It held a curl. It didn't flake. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Thought it was great. No notes on that one. And then finally, the other one that was a top performer is this L'Oreal Panorama All Black. This one felt dramatic when I put it on. It felt like a nighttime mascara. It is the most black of all of them. It does have a little bit of a bendy brush, but not as soft as the Maybelline brushes. It's really the Maybelline ones that are so bendy. This one gave me definition. It gave me length. It did not flake. It was great. It was great. For a dramatic evening mascara, I loved it. I loved it. All of these are under $15, except for the Tarte ones. But all of the top rated ones are under $15. And if you stay close to the Ulta promotions and ads, they always go on sale. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, all in all, I was genuinely very, very impressed with these products. And to the point where I don't think it makes much sense to spend $30 to $40 on mascara from Christian Dior or any of the luxury brands. Now, if you want a clean mascara, Ilia makes a really great one. It's not drugstore price, but it is excellent. I really like it. And there are some others that are, like indie brands, like Cali Ray's tubing mascara, Bobel's tubing mascara, that are all like really, really good and a little more expensive than drugstore, but not by much. So there are a few options for you, but ultimately I think it is very possible now to go to buy a budget mascara and to get high quality performing products. I'd love to hear, if I missed one, what you guys think is a really great drugstore mascara. All right.